So hey, I know the timer just went down, but I have to go check something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, hey, I'm back. Probably should have done a longer intro time. A lot going on at Pine House. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Welcome on into queue waiting simulator with me, Visual Pine, in a beanie instead of my usual hat. But it is still a hat of some variety. Actually randomly found this hat and said, oh, I'm gonna wear it. So here I am, looking like I did almost bloody 20 years ago. God, I was 19 20 years ago. Whew. Time flies when you're having fun. So tonight, give me a couple fingers of scotch to start off with. The Katie's called, dude. Where's my car? Yo, bro. Like trade digs and stuff. Yeah. Beanies are very comfy. It's my wife gave this to me 10 years ago as a Christmas present, and then for this year, she got me a dehydrator, a proper one with like a degree setting and crap on it. So I actually have to like set temperatures and stuff, but I can set it when I go to work, and it's a pretty sturdy dehydrator. Like it's full metal, and then like trays and stuff and glass front, so dogs can't get to it. But it's gonna open up, I think, a lot for my jerky making craziness. So, and I haven't messed with it a lot, but I hopefully can do things like when it's done, I can hush sissy. I can have it just turn itself off. Are you gonna be like this all night? Silly cat. Thank you all for coming out and beginning of the stream. We are sitting in the queue. I gambled on queue times tonight. Last night was like 500 people and I was in within like half an hour. And I said, well, based on that, I can log on at 6:30 and we'll be good to go. Well, logged on. Oh, now you don't want... Oh, now you're just being difficult. Cat bed on top of fridge. Don't tempt me. Literally, I went down to pick her up and she just flopped over and kept flopping away from my hand. And when I logged in at 6:30, it was a queue of like 1,500, and I was like, oh, that's a solid hour and a half. For every it's about a half hour per 500. Half hour per 500, basically. Now I know I have food, and you want... Oh, that's what it is. I have food here, and you want that food. You can't have food. Oh, ha. All hail the sis hiss. She doesn't hiss at me much. She doesn't... God, I look tired. I'm sorry. I look tired. Maybe any more light on me would make me look less tired? That did nothing. Nope, not less light. More light! Professional streamer. Always has my lighting and everything the way I need to have it and stuff. So yeah, as soon as we get in, we're just gonna beeline the MSQ tonight. Tonight should be when we hit the quest that I was warned about. So I will do a slight content warning when that quest begins about suicide and whatnot. Though I want to say last night was pretty like traumatizing too, with the two girls who ran off and would rather have died in the snow to monsters than get help from Eorzeans. I found that pretty telling and pretty disturbing in its own right. Just like my opinion, man. But yeah, hope y'all had a good day. Thank you for being here. I was doing a little nostalgia today. At the end of the day, I got to thinking. I know I'm talking a lot of numbers these days. Whether it be a goal that we're 40% done with, or oh, and the coffee thing didn't copy over from last night. That's great. That's wonderful. Or how many followers / subs we have, or anything like that. I know I'm talking a lot of numbers, but I want everybody here to know that I appreciate you for everything that you are, for everything that you helped me achieve in this space. I can't do it without you, this wonderful community. I will be a little honest. Let me go to there. Let me go to there. There we go. I will be a little honest. With the lack of the ability to be rated and things like that, unless I'm really active in other people's chats on Twitch, it does feel a little bit like I'm forgotten over here, and that's fine. Like, you know, people are gonna be where their content is, and if that's on Twitch, that's cool, and rating is really easy from one streamer to another on Twitch. And I do miss raids, and that's probably the one thing I would say I miss from Twitch. I do feel like everything here on YouTube is more what's the word I'm looking for? Real? Like, the people watching me, the people who view the videos, things like that, I feel like they're more real views. Just because YouTube has been tracking what counts as a view for a long time. So that's just kind of where my brain is. And I just want to thank y'all who come out for this stuff day in and day out, who support the content, like the videos, share the videos, retweet the tweets, like the tweets, all the stuff. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. And again, I can't do it without you. I've also been a little bit of an emotional wreck. Encanto has properly messed me up. In a good way. Like, Encanto is all about family. And the relationships that you have with family and how that can get skewed throughout the generations. And the expectations thereof and things like that. And that hits a little home for me. Not that my parents ever really put a lot of pressure on me, but I always put pressure on myself. And I know I never really lived up to my dad's expectation because I didn't go to college, kind of thing. And not that he ever treated me differently or made me feel guilty for that. Not that my mom does that, but there's that pressure back here that that messes with that in my head. So and then of course when it comes to content creation, the pressure that to succeed, the pressure to achieve certain things, and feeling like sometimes you're all alone and you're just trying to fight for your spot, trying to fight for your piece of the pie or your place in the hierarchy of creators, and always worrying that your content isn't necessarily attractive to a lot of folks. And but it's the content I create, and I love creating the content that I do, and that's not going to change. I'm not going to create content for the masses just to satisfy the numbers. I'm going to create what I want to create, satisfy me. I mean, sure, there's probably some things I could do better to make my videos a little more attractive, to make my streams a little more attractive, but at the end of the day, it's me. I'm the one who has to come out here and work I have to do all the extra work, and no one's gonna come out here and do it for me. I have to go out here and market myself in a completely different way than I have the past 4 years. Marketing yourself on Twitch to other Twitch chats is a lot easier. You get, not easier, I don't want to, easier is the wrong word. You become involved with various communities, and if those communities like you as a person enough, they might take a chance on raiding you, and that's where a lot of support comes from. That's where a lot of those 1,700 followers came from, were through raids and through that kind of stuff. That's the easier way to share people's content on Twitch, is to raid another streamer. But here, I think there are raids when it comes to when you actually get partnered on YouTube, I've been told. But I'm learning a whole new way to network over here, and I really haven't gone off into YouTube land to do the networking that I did early on in Twitch. Early on in Twitch, I was part of the XP Crafted fam. I was, you know, Mez's community, and a lot of that, and then the Friends of Meza, and all that kind of carried me through my early stages of content creation. And then at some point, I just feel like I fumbled the ball, but that's neither here nor there. Alec Nor, yes, I create content for myself, not the masses, and that's the way that I know how to do it. That's the way I know how to be true here. So I'll say this about this past year. This past year has been the most honest with myself that I have ever been with content creation. Think about that. I've been streaming for 4 years, creating content for 4.5. And just this year, I was the most honest with myself. JRPGs, little Minecraft, Final Fantasy XIV. I wasn't trying to do content that other people around me were doing. I was doing content for me, what I thought would be entertaining. And you guys came out and showed me that I could. That I didn't have to worry about the fact that I was creating something completely different from this person over here. Y'all still came to watch me. And that's really cool. And that hits really, really hard and home to me. And that's why when I moved over here, and so many of you came over and just to be a part of these streams that you've been watching for who knows how long. Some of you have been here a long time. Sup, Cole? But it is what it is. And I knew. Jen, shut the frell up. You've been here forever. Lowbro brought you over here and you never left. Speaking of which, I miss that guy. I hope he's doing okay. I need to text him. Check up on him. Only about 3.5 years. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. I just found it. Fuck off, Caps. I just found it funny, like, we were talking about all this stuff, and I lost a sub at the end of stream last night, and what I'm gonna hope that is one of the racist names that I reported. I don't know if hiding from the channel removes them as a subscriber, or if they just kind of sit there in limbo. But I'm going to assume that one of the accounts that I have reported that subbed to me got removed finally. So yeah, we're at about 3:20. It will be any minute now. 3:20 goes by very, very quickly. Also, I don't have a bill to block this light like I usually do. So this is weird. I'm looking, so if I look right in the camera like I am now, I am being blinded by the light. Also, this is when you know I'm looking directly in the camera because the camera's right here. Boop. Or I go all privacy. You see nothing except static. Oh, I screwed it up. Maybe. Did I screw it up? Nah, I still look good. It just took it a minute to readjust to the light. Jen is new to all the new viewers, and they get to know Jen very quickly, because if they misbehave, Jen will come out and take care of that business. Why do I have 4 instances of OBS up in my taskbar? Thank you. What else? Tomorrow, he says with a yawn. Tomorrow I won't be live. I've got editing to do. I've got videos to work on, because not only do I have to record the Give Me 5 Minutes for Friday, a Dragon Quest video for y'all Friday night, because I won't be live on Friday. I also have to get Monday's Minecraft episode. I don't like how my skin looks. I have to get Monday's Minecraft recorded and edited, because I will not be here Sunday. Uh-oh, I broke it. Maybe. Did I just break the camera? There's a chance I've broken the camera. Which is really awkward with that finger pointing there. Okay, it is being goofy. For some reason, it froze the video. There we go. All right, now I can mess with it in real time. Whoop, that's too much contrast. That washes everything out. Just go straight black and white. Now I've gone and messed with all my settings. Didn't think you were signing up for a camera messing stream, did you? 'Cause that's what you're getting. There. I like that. It's better. Not perfect, but better. Go. It was a very interesting freeze frame. Yeah, I should go black and white for like the next Cthulhu or Noir Cthulhu style, like 1920s. Yes, I like that idea. But yes, we're still sitting in queue. If you've just joined the stream, I'm about 107 out. That's why I've got a glass of scotch. My boy hair getting long. Hi, Brian. Yes, it is. It is getting long indeed. It is a single malt Islay, so it's a little bit tougher. This is my brand. So this is my brand, McClellan's Islay. Used to be like a $25 bottle of scotch. It's now like 35. Ooh, sepia. Yes, that would be good for also Paul. I just realized Paul hadn't seen me IRL in a while, but yes, my hair. Ah, wow, yeah, it do. You can change that. You can change your display name in your settings, by the way. How far have you made it into Endwalker, boy? Have you beat it? Because we're working on beating it. Also, thanks for coming over and checking out the YouTubes. I appreciate that, dude. I really do. And thank you all for the Twitter love, retweeting, and all that jazz. I appreciate that as well. Well, do it in browser. You have to go to your Google settings in browser. I do everything. I do more stuff in browser for my channel. I have to do more stuff in channel on browser. But yeah, you have to go to your Google account settings on browser. Yeah, I never go on YouTube. I made the switch over here because I felt like it would be better for me, and it has been for the most part. There's a few things I miss from Scotch burp and high Uncle farts from Twitch, but overall I'm happier over here. So YOLO. I will do whatever it takes to create the best content wherever I go. And my nose itches today. Probably the weather being a jackass. So yes, a quaint reminder, as a YouTuber does. Don't forget to like. If you're new around here, don't forget that subscribe button. Which, if you're watching on stream, there's a little icon down here. You can click on that and easily hit that subscribe button from there. Really easy. Just hit that button. Just slap that button. Just slap it. And don't forget to turn on notifications for when I do things. And we're in game! Finally! I was right. About half an hour. I am not happy, but I will live. Like I said, I'm hoping that 2022 gives us they're talking about doing a lot of things on the creator side of stuff the live streaming side of things in 2022. So here's hoping that they do what they say they're gonna do. Also, I'd love to point out that I left the Snow in Heavensward game, and I'm really upset that we're in Heavensward again. Or in Snow again, because I hate... I think part of the reason I love the switch from Heavensward to Stormblood is you go from this bleak, snowy landscape to brightly colored Kurogane and Doma. Yes, I liked it. I mean, you can give it a tickle, that's fine. That is a big Yeti thing. I assume I'm the only one that can aggro things. had to be the most bleak in the world, right? Like we're it's been pretty bleak so far, and I understand that there's a quest coming up that is even more bleak. Like punch in the gut kind of just brutal things suck for Garleans kind of thing. Yep, I'm the only one that can aggro. Run! First stop, that is. Man, you went a long way to get crap, didn't you, dude? Hey, these are stylish as heck heels, and my buddy man approves. Oh, we're gonna burn right through this. Okay. Let's see if my next pair of boots are also heels. That didn't change much. Oh, it did. I'm not as healed. It's okay. I don't care. Last Bastion. Okay. So you have made it through all of this, Paul, or Brian, whatever. You have made it through all of this. Have you beaten Endwalker yet? Hey, Alize, Alphano, you know you could help, right? Forgot all my cooldowns, that's okay. Right? They're just standing there. Also, I love that Midgard's just chilling on my shoulder while I'm beating the crap out of these guys. Ah, good. I don't have to escort them. I could be on my ugly serpent tail horse. Here we are again. Alright, you paralyzing me is garbage, just so you know, game. Oh, Midgard got tired of being on the shoulder. I'm not going to disagree with that. So he is straight. He doesn't believe in curing the tempering. He just wants to kill these guys. Interesting. Not a shocker, but interesting. My fridge turned on. Oh, aren't these cute? So I found it, like Eleanor was talking how Reaper really cranks up in the 80s. I haven't gotten anything yet that makes me say that about Gunbreaker. That's a Gunbreaker the first time. Reaper cranks into high gear in the 80s. I've yet to get anything in Gunbreaker that makes me feel like I've cranked up into it. Oh, poor bug. Wait, is there an aetherite here? Oh, I guess it's inside. Wait, why am I not getting the aetherite here? Or is it underneath? It's underneath. Underground headquarters incoming. Jen or Valentine, sort that. Bye! Oh, Theodora. Well, this is bleak down here. One entrance. Phantom Train? Probably not. Oh wow, I guess it's the end of the week when I turn into a Hrothgar. At this rate. Since no one's really fought to make me into Catboy, and that's fine. Oh, I can't set this yet. Jerks.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Oh. Legatus of the First.
I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
So, being the Legatus of the First, he is going to sound very much like, he's gonna sound like Varys did in the peace talks. You know, he is very loyal to the Empire. Obviously.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
So, you can, but you have to understand, like, you gotta have a little empathy here. Like, this empire has only fought kind of like, you have a little bit of empathy for Emmett Selk and the Ascians and what they were trying to do. They were just trying to get their home back, even if it meant the destruction of our own. These citizens of the Empire who have watched their entire country crumble around them, you know, you have to empathize with that a little bit. Yes, they're jerks. it's the cycle of war, okay? Garleans get pushed to the north because they were unable to harness magic. They get banished to this wasteland and have to make do and figure out how to, and then they figured out how to do magitech and realized that made them strong. So they too, in theory, were just trying to get home what they were banished from. So you have to have a little empathy there. Just a little, because these were originally a persecuted people pushed from their homelands to this barren wasteland of garbage. But they cut out, and they cut out a survival. They cut out a something they could be proud of, and then it all collapsed from within. Right? Because of our good old friends, the Asians, and of course Xenos killing the Emperor. It has all collapsed, and now these people, the Quintus and this group are literally backs up against the wall. Supplies are low. Without the Magitech, this land is really hard to live in. And he knows, that if he allows the Orisian Allies to come in and aid, that when everything is done, the Orisian Allies is going to at least expect, hey, well, don't come fight us now. We came and helped you. They're going to want something. And right now, Quintus doesn't know if he could deliver anything for them.
And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
There you go.
We
Thwack
won't
and chat.
stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that.
They're just bots. They're bots coming in, posting something. I haven't figured out what it is yet.
What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Ah. So it's a phishing link of some variety.
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
There you go.
Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
Man, you do not want to do this.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
I'm the bloody warrior light. I can
We will
blow
not
through
resist.
these.
However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about
Oh,
the
they've gone
encampment,
Russian.
but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop! Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because 3 through 4, at the end of the day, they're still people. And the war isn't good for either side. Never is. And currently he is taking precautions. Because he still doesn't trust us. But you have to find a way. Always.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Oh, we've come into their home. Like, see it from Quintus's side. No,
You will be their warden. Take them away.
You have to look at it from his side a little bit here. It's literally just part of the speech that I just finished. They're backed into a corner. This is all they got. These are the last, as far as we know, these are the last Sangarians. And they've had to watch their countrymen and their country go to shambles. Their backs are up against a wall, and they're not going to trust anybody, just anybody who comes in, especially a group who has been the enemy for so long. So yes, you give the concession of being able to walk around and talk to people. Like,
Yes, sir.
he's giving them free reign. He's just letting them know if they see anything suspicious, they're gonna get a shock. They see anything suspicious out of me, gonna give me a shock, because they're up against a wall. You know, oh, bugger. I accidentally canceled that. So right now, like, they can't trust us. You know, when you've been drilled in your brain for so long that every other living thing in Eorzea is a savage. Anything that is not Garlean is a savage and wants to kill you. When finally the time comes that you're vulnerable and you're weak and all of a sudden the Eorzeans come in, what do you gotta think? That's all I got. Persona non grata, okay. Can't use the Aetherite because it's keeping the place powered. Nope, I need to see you. Oh, never mind. And there's a veteran of the fight at Praetorium who, you know, wants some kind of vengeance for what we did to the 14th Legion. Oh, that's off now. For a minute there, I got the twins confused. So seeing things as bleak as they are here, no wonder that there's that quest coming up. Jesus. Be safe, Cole. So they have a contingent of soldiers getting ready to assault the Telefroy. Interesting. Well, obviously we help this contingent at some point because it's a hub. Just saying. I hope that's soon for you, Cole. Also, the shot colors are cute. Just saying. Why are we searching a children's slide? And when is the weather ever good enough up here to slide? Bruh. This is 7. Yes, there are bits of 7, bits of 4. Like I said, half the reason I love 14 is its blatant tributes to the other Final Fantasies. In designs and story. Like... there's a lot of reason why this game is great. That's the stupidest thing she's heard in a while, and that's... I love you, Alice. I drink it dry. Of course. But I'm the bloody warrior of light. I mean, they gotta, they do it to save on assets. You know, that's why you see characters do this with nothing in their hand. Yep. Oh, they did have summers at some point. Oof. Yes, I know there's 3 slots remaining in my inventory. I've been doing too much crafting. And I need to go treasure hunting. New gauntlets. And now we're scouring Empty Machina for more ceruleum. Nice. Don't mind me and my panda. Yo, Jobra. What's up, bub?
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
Okay, Dad.
The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
Thank you.
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
You know, I'm kind of jealous that gunbreakers don't get stealth options.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Look, just because I'm the main character, don't hate Alize.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Well, Thancred is always awesome. Thankfully.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts.
Oh, good.
But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who
You know,
may not
Elagor,
live to see the morrow.
I am impressed that you have come in and watching this stream with the fact that I am doing MSQ spoilers. So thank you. I appreciate that, bub.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Okay.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Uh-oh. Euless isn't happy about it.
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Euless isn't happy about it.
Get them out of here.
Okay, so this is the quest. This is the quest, and I really hope it's not Euless. But this is the quest. It's a suicide mission. And they know it. They're setting the armor out back to our camp, knowing they won't go down easily. And knowing that we are going to resist them. And they're only sending a contingent of 2, and they're expecting us to take them out. Oh no. Come on, let me through. There's an air current near here. Excuse me, automated Colossus. Uh-oh. I may have made a mistake. You can't catch me in me whale. He is a bit slow. Oh, that's his house. His burned out estate.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
So they were well off, but not well off for own a radio. Interesting.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to.
Oh, Euless.
I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here?
Well, that's very Emmett Selk.
If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
Let me get you the Latin translation of the phrase.
It's no use.
The die is cast is technically the name of the quest.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Aww. Look at Alfie being so strong and stoic.
It's so cold.
Aw.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections.
Who does that sound like?
A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum.
Ooh.
Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance. And to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, Every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
Oh, Estidian.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
Of course.
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Stop! Both of you!
Good boy.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Yep, it's him. Oh, don't show it, game. Oh, good.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Oh, there's Daddy
If there is
Roger.
still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
No, just he, Alize. Just he. Bereft of hope. I'm not gonna lie, I was really they were Prepare for what the rescue and the care were left to go hungry. Reckless, short-sighted, nevertheless. I was really worried it was gonna be Euless. Yeah, no, same. I thought it was gonna be Euless not wanting to do what Quintus wanted him to do, and he be left with no other course of action. As close as the first was to the Emperor, you were never going to change Quintus's mind. And the only reason he stood down is because he realized he was finally alone in that decision. That his allies would rather make peace with the enemy than go down to every last man, because guess what? Not everybody wants death. Yes. Yeah, I don't care. Just give me my Aether Current. That's heavy. They had it. They had enough. I do. Like, at least they had the good sense to, like, make sure you don't hear the gunshot. Make sure that you don't, you know, obviously see the bloody act happen. You definitely know what happens because of the before and after. But that wasn't the worst way they could have done that. This section of the story is freaking depressing. Not wrong there either. He would have rather died in battle. Don't care. Give me my other card. Still heavy. Oh god, that's still heavy and sad. Like, I find myself, as the story of Final Fantasy XIV continues, I find myself very much in Alphinaud's shoes. His ideologies, his hopes for the people of Eorzea. I find myself very much like him. To always have that hope that there are some very maddening things happening in the world right now. There have been maddening things happening in the world for ages. And I have to hope. The only thing that keeps me sane, keeps me stable, is the hope that one day we all figure it out. We figure out our differences. We figure out how to make it all happen where we all prosper. When we finally are all able to realize the true injustices of the world and come together to fix it. That's my hope. And so, yeah. Sorry, I got sappy. To tie that into what I do, that's why I do what I do. I at least will provide some place of peace. And I hope that and happiness. And I hope that eventually it resonates with many, many, many more. Hi, Kimmy. No, you have another compass, Elecnor. It's changed its place. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. I'll show you here in a minute where it is. You were just waiting for me to get out of combat, you little jerk. Or out of dialogue, you little jerk. Everybody just stand around gawking, why don't you? Where is it? It's not in the inventory anymore. It is in travel? It is... Where did they move it? They moved it... they moved it somewhere. So far, so good. Obviously, we're gonna find some refugees that don't want anything to do with us. Obviously. Putting me to work, you jerk. Ooh, what reds do you have there? Wine, lilac, and Kirkle. Kirkle. Purple. It's a Kirkle. The music being that soft piano and kind of solemn sounds as you wander through the skeleton of a once great city. Soken, you're a madman and I love you. Huh. I was like, I knew it was somewhere in the menu because... basically. Well, this is more than I bargained for, thank you, game. Oops. I thought I was out of sight. That kid's got better eyes than that girl did, that we followed that one time. It's how he sees you. So you see there's an arc in front of the boy. And if you are in that arc in a line of sight, this is actually kind of brilliant from a quest encoding standpoint. Because the line of sight isn't really hard defined. Not hard to find, hard defined like you would think for an NPC. But sure enough, if you show up in that arc and you're out in the open, the computer recognizes you're there. And honestly, that's really cool from a like you're not just in aggro range, you there's a line of sight being drawn from the NPC to you. I think it's really cool. I actually kind of like these. These are better than the spot the thing quests that were in Stormblood and Shadowbringers. I would much rather do this all day long. God, see, clever game. He whipped right around that corner and saw me. Let me guess. I'm right on top of it. And it's on the bridge. It's over here. Also, folks, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. Quick reminder to like the stream if you haven't yet. If you're lurking about and new around here and have found this stream perchance, welcome. It's good to see you. Lurk away. Enjoy the stream however you will. But do consider giving the channel a subscription. The YouTube sub, not the Twitch style sub. Basically a follow. Would greatly appreciate it. Would like to see 250 this week. I would like to. I don't really foresee it at the current rate happening, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Any support is always appreciated. Like I've said once and many times before, I have done many things and succeeded well beyond what I ever thought I was capable of when I started this thing out 4 years ago. Sir, leave me alone. Sir, I'm following this boy. Can you please not? Can we not? It's actually kind of felt like a very brief moment in time between starting this channel 4 years ago and now. Feels like time bloody flew. Where's this kid even going? Hi, Frozen. What are you doing up this late? Know that feeling well. I've been wanting to go to bed early past couple nights, and it just doesn't quite happen. Oh, hi, Tabby. Excuse me, kid. I'm gonna kill the other one. Tabby, go to bed. Ooh, that is gonna be fun. I can only assume you were getting mad that I told Frozen to go to bed and not you, so you go to bed. Well, at least the kids saw sense at some point. I can't understand those letters. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Again, like I said, I'm not that worried about demonetization when we get to that point, because hopefully by that point we will have well established the coffee. Which, by the way, we are still 40% of our goal. And, you know, a couple more days left in the year. If you want to see me become a cat boy instead of a cat man, you can vote for that for every $5. We have sustaining memberships of $5, $10, and $15 because I always thought Twitch was quite silly going from $10 to $25. So my tiers are that way, and you get your lovely little names at the end of streams like that. And see, I even fixed Frozen's name. All right. I guess you did, Hi, Nether. Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. I think I see when it goes up when you, resub, technically. But so far I do not have an alert for for sustaining members of the stream. Well, I appreciate that, my dear, sweet Nether. The good bean that you are, lurking about. Why are we throwing shoes at Nether? Ooh. I'm sorry, bud. Sure. Thank you, Frozen. Reminder, I will not be live tomorrow night. Again, recording and stuff like that, so that y'all have plenty of Pine content while I'm off doing other things with family and whatnot. Also, still no Hades videos until I... Remember that thing I said earlier about making content that I'm happy with and proud of? I haven't been happy with the Hades content. I don't know why. Just, it hasn't been right. For me. So until I either figure out what I need to do to make that series more entertaining or what, then I'll figure it out or move on to another series. At some point I need to get the Let's Build for Minecraft City started. I know a lot of Let's Build series use a second Minecraft account to work as like an oversight camera. I don't really know if that's the way I want to do it. Even though I know that's the traditional way. Though I don't really know any other way to do it, so might just have to suck it up and get a second Minecraft account or use Renegades to technically film it. Literally have a Minecraft account called Visual Camera. All right, new headgear. It's actually headgear that I could see. Oh, it's that basic half crown thing that I hate. Speaking of supper, mine's been staring at me while I'm streaming. I'm just sitting here getting cold. Or it's long cold.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
What's going through his head?
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Leminson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
The pirate and the puff.
I did a damn sight more than you, you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Well, you're from the Twin Adders. What do you expect?
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
Yes, Sissy, I know. Probably
it's the little
not.
things that make life worth living, don't you think?
Actually, it's probably not that hot. It's really cold there. Aww. Sissy, you're ruining the moment.
I know this is not a dream, and yet...
I veto the crown, don't worry.
I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination.
It's
that
some
my
kind of
world
soup.
had been forever changed.
No, it's that relief.
And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible.
No, it's not. He's not crying because of the food. he's crying because he had to kill his family because they were tempered, and he's been holding in so much pain, and to this point, and he can finally get that breath of relief and just let it out.
Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged.
What are you doing?
The Grand Company of Eorzea. The Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you.
Now everyone's not helping by bloody staring at the lad.
We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
Listen, you eat what you got. I bet it tastes like chicken. Really gamey chicken.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
Chocobos are friends, not food.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Why not
Indeed.
friends and food? Hi,
Too
Katie.
many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast. As if they still share
How you
in
doing?
this moment.
Hi, Katie. Hold on. I'm gonna pause it. Katie. Katie, are you okay, my dear? I know you've had a rough day. And I really have been thinking about you because I've been seeing the tweets and I know that you've had a rough day, and I hope that your day has gotten somewhat better. And I'm thinking about you. And be thankful you weren't having to do all that in the Massachusetts snow. Stupid car.
Yes,
Yes.
I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Cliff the Little Red Car's home. Well, all things considered, it's only $330. We get a new flower thingy. No idea what blue means. There was a razor blade? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
On behalf of the Gallian Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
Oh no!
What? Emperor Varys?
They didn't think to hand all these people bloody anti-tempering
They are
gems?
being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
They didn't think to hand all of these people anti-tempering talismans? What?
Save me, brave hero!
Oh, look who it is.
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Hi, Fandaniel. Wow, rude. The good news is that, like, it's just happening now. They're in the middle of camp. They can knock them out and cure them, in theory. But, you know, no one thought to check that off the checklist.
The
Hey,
experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
here are the refugees. They only just missed being tempered the last time. Maybe we should hand them these talismans to protect them from it the next time that it's probably going to happen.
I shall begin the preparations.
Oh god, no, not yet.
Now, it is time for you to awaken.
Even though we kind of know his history, yeah, we're good. You can thwack him all you want. Hey, beautiful.
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Borrowed flesh? What did you do to me, Fandaniel? What?
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
Shove me into another body.
To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
Wait, what?
Ah, exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then?
Did he make Varus a primal?
Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course.
Bruh.
As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zosgalvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, The Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe.
So, hold up. The Garleans accidentally created a primal. And it just so happened to be from Varus that the primal was made, the last emperor. Machi.
The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
Oh no, like, there's no subtext here. Xenos loves the Warrior of Light. By the way. Like, that's all you could ever take from it, is Xenos loves the Warrior of Light. Because the Warrior of Light is the only other being in this world that has given him any kind of challenge or thrill of battle. Which is what he strives for.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Of course.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
Oh, there's my body.
Or together.
Oh, you jackass.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
Bruh.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, withstanding orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
I love how it's like, proceed, leave. What do I got here? Gladiator, basic paladin slash gladiator. Okay. Oh, they're not gonna be too brutal. I don't have all the trappings of a paladin though. Like, you know, healing.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Why do I get the... Oh. Have you, Tabby, have you made it to, the level to get Sage yet? Because Sage is really good. I really like Sage. Where am I supposed to go from here? Do I have to take out that deceased tempered Imperial? Probably. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying Sage. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. So where is it? I mean, that's not what I want. I want, like, the keys and crap. Alright, so now I just need its key. Oh no, I found its key, I need its fuel. You know, I was wondering where they were going with the whole mind jacking the Warrior of Light out of his body, but now it makes sense because, of course, it does. And it is delightfully mean. Oh, don't have aneurysms, my dears. There's worse things it could be. Oh, I have to legit carry the thing. Oh, that's just mean. I love it. Don't worry, our dads will be safe. God. Aw, is that it? I want to shoot the big laser again. There's a bomb here. It does kind of, doesn't it? Ow, don't do that, sir. What? I thought it said hide behind the Reaper to survive the blast. Oh no. Good news. Something else is gonna happen. It has to.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Oh, Alfie.
Ah, speak of the devil.
It's a trap, Graha.
Time to call off the search.
Y'shtola, you should be able to see the change of ether.
Case closed.
That's him. Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now. All's well that ends well. Are you...
Are you all right?
Graha, no!
Who are you?
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether. And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
Yeah, his astrolabe is pretty epic right now.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. He's awake.
Why'd they leave me out in the cold?
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, because she sees everybody as ether, she could only partly see what was going on. So she's being told that that's the Warrior of Light, and she's like, wait, what do you mean? Because she doesn't seed like everybody else does. But that's gonna do it for me. My. Endwalker's getting good, my friends. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for listening to my rambling at the beginning of stream. Thank you for listening to my rambling in the middle of stream. Thank you for listening to my rambling all through stream. Reminder, if you haven't liked the stream, please do so. If you are new here and have lurked and would like to subscribe to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. We do all kinds of things around here. Tomorrow night I'm off. Thursday night will be Final Fantasy IV, probably finale. Maybe. I'm not going to actually say. So, the Tower of Babel. No, that's a reference to the Final Fantasy IV Tower of Babel. Because Final Fantasy Endwalker is taking a lot of heavy references to Final Fantasy IV, which means that we're getting ready to go to the moon in Final Fantasy XIV. The moon's going to be important, just like we're getting ready to go to the moon in 4. And yeah, so if you want kind of an idea of where the inspiration for what Endwalker is doing, I highly recommend watching the Final Fantasy IV VODs, because they kind of are going to give you an idea of what they're thinking with this expansion. But yeah, so no videos tomorrow and no stream tomorrow. Thursday night, Final Fantasy IV. Friday, I will have you a Give Me 5 Minutes with a special game called Greek that is available on consoles from Team 17. It's a Metroidvania with a nice, unique twist, which you'll get to see in the review video. And then Friday night, I will be on the road to my hometown. So you guys get a Let's Play of Dragon Quest Builders 2. So if any of that sounds interesting and you're new around here, again, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. If not, sorry. You'll have a good night. I love you. Thank you all for everything, and take care of yourselves. And if I don't see some of you, if you're not able to come to Thursday stream, and I don't see you before I go on my New Year's vacation, Happy New Year. I love you. If I see you Thursday night, well, guess what? I'm going to wish it to you then. Have a good night. I love you. Thank you for everything. Y'all are the best. And I'll see you Thursday. Mwah.